everybody. I am playing with beads today. Last week I told you about my kind of addiction with paper beads, and I didn't have a lot of beads. I had used up a lot of the beads that my friend had donated to me about 3 years ago, so I wanted to make some of my own paper beads, and I've been doing that for about a week now. And I did look at some tutorials. Jennibellie has done this gigantic, massive bead tutorial, massive paper bead tutorial, which was really, really helpful. And I also watched a video that Leslie did at the Frugal Crafter about making these Pandora style beads. So I wanted to just kind of show you what I've been doing, and I've already started to match up some stone beads with the paper beads in interesting ways that I think that a combination of these and these kind of paper beads would make a nice bracelet. But anyway, we're just going to roll some paper beads really quickly today. I find this very relaxing. It's kind of like meditation. The first one we'll do is we'll do the Pandora style bead, and what we're doing is we're taking a 1/2 inch paper strip, and then the other part of this bead is you cut 1/2 inch strips, but then you slice them this way. So you take a 1/2 inch strip and add either an 1/8 or a 1/16 onto it. Now I added a 1/16. I added an 1/8 onto these. So basically you want to get something that kind of, when you start putting it together, it'll work like this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll the base of this Pandora-ish style bead. And the way that, there are a billion ways to do it, and you have to figure out the best way for you to do it. But, for me, this is how I do it. I take a bamboo skewer and just start kind of rolling the bead this way. I do put a bit of glue stick on it, which is super helpful, and then I start rolling. What I have there, I don't know what I have on the end of that. And then I find it helpful to just remove that. I can do pretty good on my own getting everything even. Now, when you approach the end of the bead, you'll want to glue that. And I just use a regular PVA glue. I got this at my, sorry y'all, I got this at my craft store for, I think it was 79 cents. They had a whole bunch of stuff on sale, and it is like Eileen's tacky glue. I guess it's the craft store version of Eileen's. Okay, so we've rolled that. Now we're going to hang on to this for a minute to make sure that that the first part of our bead is going to stay in place. And then we're going to take the strip that is a 1/4 inch but cut about a 1/16 inch. You start with that 1/4 inch, just measure that, and then remember you're going to add either an 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch. And for me, I added a 1/16 of an inch. And then we just wind that around. And it's really easy, and it's really fun, and you come up with this, this super cool chunky bead. Now Lindsay used bead cores in hers. Shannon Green, I think Shannon used a bobbin. I'm not quite sure what Shannon used. And she also finished her bead by just taking a marker and marking in the core of the bead, and that made it look really finished and really nice. And I did do some of that on mine, but not all of them. Okay, all right, there we go. And that is a Pandora style bead. Isn't it cool? They really turn out great. Okay, the next bead that we'll do is just a traditional kind of rolled bead. Sometimes when I don't forget, I do kind of take my paper in my fingers and and give it a little little rub, you know, so it curls a little bit, and then I do use my glue stick. I'm going to make these big, just on the bamboo skewer, just to kind of get them started. And then I'll do some with toothpicks as well. There are a lot of videos about making paper beads, but a lot of people use patterns and they draw things out, and that's just, whoa, you know, that's too much for me. If it's not fun and easy, I'm just not sure it's worth doing. I like to be happy creatively, not stressed. Okay, so we're gonna put a little glue on this and finish it up. And there you go. There you have like a, you know, just a basic traditional kind of rolled bead. And I did do those on a bamboo skewer, so they do have a nice big center in them, and I can use them for journal bindings and you know, decorative things on journals. So you've got your Pandora style, you've got your typical style. A lot of times I will just take these strips of whatever I have. Like I said, I mean, you can kick the fun out of it, right? You can totally just kick the fun right out of it, and then it's just not fun anymore. I'm going to roll this one on a toothpick or a cocktail stick, as Miss Jennibellie would put it. And I'll put a link to Shannon's bead tutorial, Jenny's bead tutorial, and the awesome tutorial by Lindsay over at the Frugal Crafter in my descriptions, or in an iCard, whatever you see popping up, you can click on it. Like I said, I don't have a fancy bead rolling tool. It's just kind of fun, it's relaxing. I've made wonky beads, I've made beads that looked great, I've made beads that looked like crap, and it's just a lot of, you know, a lot of fun either way. And if you've got a lot of scrap paper, then it's a wonderful way to use up your scraps. Oh, looky, we've got some glue right here. I also wanted to show you a couple beads that I made out of acrylic skins. Now that's an idea by the Frugal Crafter as well. She makes acrylic skins, and she makes jewelry from them. But she also made some beads, and I wanted to show those to you. This is so cool, guys. It's like plastic, and it turns out really, really well. And I want to incorporate some of these acrylic skin kind of beads into a bracelet as well. So I just wanted to do a very brief little video about my bead obsession collection. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.